Good morning guys, Mark here again and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, you love cars, DIYs, or anything car related, please consider subscribing and check out my playlist. And I hope everybody's doing great. I hope everybody has a awesome and meaningful holiday. On today's video guys, I'm going to show you on how you'll be able to disassemble or remove your clutch cable, and also if you want to lubricate it thoroughly, this is the way to do it. And just in case you wanted to replace it ahead of time, you can go ahead and do so by doing this. So I'm still using the stock clutch cable. I'm lubricating it habitually. So but I'm already planning to buy a spare clutch cable. So for this DIY, this is pretty much you just need basic tools like long nose pliers, a size 10 millimeter socket wrench, Phillips screwdriver, and that's basically it. Okay.
12 seconds later.
Alright guys, so first thing to do, guys, it's easy to remove the cable or the things needed to remove the cable on the engine bay. We'll remove the cable from the pedal itself, but first, for us to be able to have huge space to access it, we'll need to remove the dashboard cover on the lower part of your steering wheel. This is being held up by Phillips screwdriver and the size 10 millimeter bolt. Okay, so let's go ahead and remove this first for us to be able to have more space to access the cable on the pedal itself. Alright guys, so first thing to do is remove the cover for the fuse box, and you should see a size 10 millimeter bolt and a Phillips screw on the right side, which would be right there, and that's the size 10 millimeter. And then there is a screw on the side, so you'll need to remove the cover, side cover. Just need to pry that out. So let me remove the screw here. Alright, so screw is out, and then there is another one at the top. Okay, and that should do it. Okay. There we go. There we go. So this should just be you just need to pull out the cable for the trunk, which would be here. Okay, the size 10 bolt, I haven't completely loosened that yet. Alright, so that's out, and we should be able to see. So don't mind the wires guys, this is actually just for my car audio system. So I'm just pulling out the cable, and we should be able to remove the cover. There you go. And don't forget the socket for the OBD, guys. So you just need to press in the lock, and that's out. Okay. So now we are able to see the cable attached to the pedal. Let me switch on the flash for you guys. All right, so this would be our clutch pedal, and that right there on the top is the clutch cable. As you can see right there, that's the clutch cable. So to make it easier for you guys, we'll need to remove the pedal itself, so we should be able to get better access to the cable itself. Okay,
A few moments later.
all right, so now we'll need to remove the pedal itself, which is held up by a size 14 nut. So I didn't have to use a counter force. I just hold the bolt on the other side. Okay, there should be a washer. There we go. So that's the lock washer, and we should be able to push the bolt out and loosen or remove the pedal. There you go, and the cable is out. Okay, so, and this is our pedal. So you might want to put some grease in there and lubricate that as well. Okay, and so now we will proceed on the engine bay. You just need a I do believe a size 12 socket wrench and long nose pliers to remove the cable on the transmission side. Okay, so that's the cable, guys. Okay, so you guys should be able to see it more clearly on the engine bay. Alright guys, so we'll need to remove the bolt. It is 2 bolts actually. It's actually right here, right right behind the brake fluid reservoir. Okay, so there should be 2 nuts holding your clutch cable in place. Alright, so here's nut number 1. This is our nut number 2. There you go. So number 2, and at this point you should be able to pull out the cable. Like that. Okay. Alright, so here's your clutch cable, guys. And in order for you to remove the clutch cable on the transmission side, you just need to remove the hairpin lock right there, and you should be able to pull out the clutch cable. Okay, so I'm not gonna do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna clean the cable and run some oil here. Okay, so I'm gonna show it to you guys. Okay, right, so we'll lubricate the whole cable. So we'll just drop the oil here, and that should reach at the bottom, so you can see. And I move the cable here, it moves right at the bottom. Okay, so I'll show you how I do it. So this doesn't break down easily, guys, as long as you are always on top on cleaning and lubricating cable. So you'll need some grease as well when putting this back, especially on the pedal side. So so the reason why I'm moving the cable up and down, so that it would be faster for the oil to reach the bottom part of the clutch cable assembly. And also the reason why the oil splatters all around is my what do you call this, pressurized oil holder is broken. Alright, so I think that should be good. Let's go ahead and put some grease on the pedal before assembling it again. Alright, so if you do have WD-40 or other penetrating oil, that would work as well. But that would not last as compared to an ATF or conventional oil. Okay, so the way you do it is, I don't have the nozzle, but if you do, this would be much easier. So like this, just spray it directly to the hole, and same move, same process, move it up and down. Okay. Alright, so before assembling everything, go ahead and clean the clutch pedal hinge bolt, and then the pedal itself. So what I'm doing is I'm just wiping everything with some used cloth, and you can see, guys, this is the pedal lands, so that's why it's important to put some grease and lubricate it. So this is the pedal itself. So sometimes if this is dirty, this would produce unwanted noise. So that's the reason why lubricating it and cleaning it is crucial. Okay. Alright, so spray this with some WD-40 before putting some grease. That would clean it much thoroughly. Okay. So as you can see, I'm already putting some grease in there. Okay, so using a screwdriver, you can spread it inside. Alright, so I just finished returning the clutch cable from the engine bay, and here it is. And also, if you want to adjust the height of the clutch pedal, there is an adjustment right here. If you wanted to adjust the what do you call this, the angle of the clutch pedal. So now we're just gonna assemble this back and give it a what do you call this, a couple of push, then we should be good to go. Okay.
One eternity later.
Alright, so the way to do it is, so sorry guys if I'll be interfering on your view. So you'll need to hook up the pedal first on the cable like that. So you'll need to hook up the cable right here. Okay, and at the same time you'll need to prepare the hinge bolt. Okay, so let me just put some grease here, I almost forgot. Alright, so when doing this, guys, I assure you, you'll be happy after the lubrication and replacement or whatever you want to do. Okay, let me just put the bolt in place. There you go. Let me move you guys so I can see where the pedal is going. Okay, so it's in. It's just a matter of aligning the what do you call this, the bolt on the pedal. Okay, let me there you go. Okay, so this would be much easier if I'm thin. So alright, so the pedal is in, guys, and all I need to do now is, of course, return the lock washer and the size 14 millimeter nut to lock the clutch pedal in place. And where's my ratchet? Okay. Check the other side. So this doesn't need to be really tight. This is just to make sure that the pedal is in place. So wow, so that's really smooth, guys, believe me. It's like pressing on a brand new clutch. Now, since everything is exposed, guys, you might want to take the opportunity to lubricate the other pedals as well. You can put some grease and some penetrating oil while you're at it, and that's it. So I'm gonna assemble the cover and everything, and I'll go ahead and maybe test it forward and reverse, okay? And to check the difference as well. Also, when you're doing DIY, guys, always test it after, because you don't know, you might misplaced or forgot to install something, then you still have time to fix it, okay? Alright, so I'm in the process of returning everything, guys. The cover only, because we already returned the pedal. So you don't need to go through the process of arranging the wires, etc. The reason why I have like tons of wirings in here is because of the alarm and the sound setup that I have. Okay. All right. So there we go. Okay. You just making sure that everything is in place. Also, guys, I almost forgot the cable for the hood. Okay. There we go. All right, perfect. So now it's just a matter of clipping everything in like that. So it's really easy to do this kind of DIY, guys. So first thing I'll do is return the Phillips screws on the side so I can return the cover already. Alright, and then Phillips screw on the right side. So right before I end everything, I'll show to you guys the bolts and screws that needs to be removed before you can remove the cover. So now, guys, I'm in the process of returning the size 10 millimeter bolt that locks the cover in place. Okay, good. So just checking the wirings, and then this is actually just a crossover. So this is the side cover, and the cover for the fuse box. There we go. And so for the OBD port, you just need to push that in place like that. Okay, that's it. So the screws that needs to be removed, guys, is one right here, a size 10 millimeter right here, and two Phillips screws on the side. Okay, and you should be able to pull that out. So before anything else, let's test the hood cable So, all right, so let's test it. It's working. All right, guys. So I'm actually just going to park the car properly, and at the same time, we'll test the clutch cable as well. Need just a seat. All right. Oh my God. So the clutch cable, when you step on the pedal, guys, oh, it's really, 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 really light, as if you have a brand new clutch set installed. This would actually help prolong the life of your clutch cable, and also if you decided to replace the cable itself, then same process should be followed. So I'll create another video, the same with this one, once I decided to replace the clutch cable itself. But believe me, guys, it's really, really smooth. To be honest, I'm not exaggerating, guys. So to be honest, it improved like 30-40% when it comes to the lightness when you press down on the clutch. So that would help if especially if you're on a stop and go traffic situation. Okay, and that's it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for this DIY. Hopefully I can upload one more video before the year ends. I'm still thinking of doing a water inlet and the thermostat housing DIY, but I'm still thinking about it. That actually might take longer than replacing the timing belt and the tensioner, so I might do it within the year, or maybe January of 2020. I'll do that video. That's it for me today, guys. Thank you so much. Again, this is Mark. Hopefully you guys have a merry little Christmas and a happy new year. And also, please, I would appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button, and feel free to share any of my videos. Hopefully every video that I make and I have done on the past serves you guys purpose on maintaining your car. Again, thank you so much, and hopefully you guys continue to support my channel until next year, or to the future. Okay, thank you so much.